In this video, I'm going to show you step by step how to sell your digital products with Facebook ads. Now, using Facebook ads can be a very good opportunity because Facebook knows everything about their user base. You can learn if your product is working right away, and you can scale it almost infinitely. So make sure you watch this entire video as I show you how to sell step by step. For the best tips and tricks to learn digital marketing and internet entrepreneurship, be sure to subscribe to the channel and ring the bell so that you're notified when I upload a brand new video. Also, click the first link in the description or go to the 10daybusinessblueprint.com to learn step by step how to create and sell your first digital product. Hello, I'm Alston with AlstonGodbolt.com. I'm an affiliate marketer and internet entrepreneur who has helped thousands of people across multiple platforms make passive income with affiliate marketing, and now I want to help you. Now, in the last video, I showed you how to make more money selling digital products, and one of the ways that I use is actually with Facebook ads. Now, in this video, I'm going to show you step by step how to get up and running creating and selling your first digital ad. So the first thing that you'll need to do is Google Facebook Ads Manager. If you've never set up an account before, they'll walk you through the steps of setting up an account. Now, one of the most important things that you'll need to do is you'll need to add the Facebook pixel. Now, usually they'll show you step by step how to do it, but just in case they didn't, I'm going to do that. What you want to do is click on the hamburger menu and then go down to Events Manager. When you click on Events Manager, it should walk you through the steps of setting up your first Facebook pixel. If it doesn't walk you through the steps of setting up your first Facebook pixel, I'll include a link in the description of this video so that you can do it step by step. Now, the one catch is always, where should you install your Facebook pixel? What I like to do is I like to install my Facebook pixel in the header of my ClickFunnels sales funnel. So let me just show you exactly where that is. When I click on my funnels, I'm going to go down to the 10-day business blueprint. And what you'll want to do is you'll want to go over to settings in order to add that pixel. So we're going to click on settings and it says head tracking code. Just simply copy that pixel in and paste it in right here and you're up and running. Now, the other thing that you'll want to do eventually is set up your Facebook purchase pixel. And you'll want to do that on your first one-time offer or on the first page after your order form. The reason why you're going to want to track your purchases is so that you want to know how much money you're spending before you actually make money on the other side. So those are all things that you're going to want to learn. Let's assume that you've already set up your pixel. What we're going to do is we're going to click on the hamburger menu and we're going to go back over to Ads Manager. When we go to Ads Manager, what we want to do is we simply want to create a brand new ad. Now, the great thing with Facebook is, again, they know everything there is to know about their customer. And what you're going to do is you're simply going to take advantage of that opportunity. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on Create, and it's going to walk us through the process of creating our first ad. We're going to click on conversions, and we want purchase conversions. We want Facebook to show our ad to people that are potentially going to purchase, and B, we want to track those purchases. So we're just going to click on continue here. If I keep going, we are going to give this a name. So I'm just going to call this YouTube test, call it whatever you want. If we scroll down here, what you will want to do is you're going to want to do campaign budget optimization. Basically, what this means is Facebook is going to run its algorithm on your Facebook ads, and it's going to determine which one is working the best, and it's really going to send the money towards the one that's working the best. And you can set it at as little as $5 per day, but just know the less amount you set it for, the longer it's going to take to get some actionable results. So we're going to leave it at $20 per day, and I'm just going to click next, and it's going to take me to my new ad set. Now, when you're thinking about your ad, the top level is YouTube. Within it, you can do ad sets and then you can do ads. Ad sets are basically the container for individual ads. Within the ad set, you can change your targeting, you can set up the conversion tracking. The ad set, if you're thinking about it, is like a file drawer. Someone once explained Facebook ads kind of like a drawer. The campaign is the actual drawer itself. And then within the drawer, you have file folders. And when you think about ad sets, they're kind of like file folders. And then within the file folders, you can have multiple files, and that would actually be your ad. What we are going to do is we are going to set up our first ad set. And what I like to do is I like to think about who is going to be most interested in the product. If we're selling digital planners, we're thinking about people that are interested in organizing. Maybe they're following an organization magazine. Maybe they're into DIY. They watch DIY Network, things of that nature. So we're just going to call this, Organize and Planners. and we're going to call this single mother. So, and I'll explain to you in just a second why I'm doing it that way. But what we want to do is we want to come down here and choose an event. We're going to choose purchase. If we scroll down here, you want to start the day on the next full day. For example, today's the 12th. I don't want to start this on the 13th at 12:01 a.m. Now, the reason why this is a good idea is if you start it today, it's going to try and use up that $20 per day that we set in the last page. It's going to try and use it all up today, and it's not going to yield the best results. What I always recommend is set an end date so that you know that this will expire even if you're not paying attention to it. Ideally, you want to give it 10 days to see if your ad converts or not. So let's just give it to the 23rd, and then we want to do this at 11:59 p.m. so that it works for the entire day. The next step here is you want to change your location. Ideally, you want to target the United States, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, and the United Kingdom. Those are the big five, and they usually will spin their way out of a problem. So you can just click on edit here, and then you can add the additional countries. Now, you want to make sure that you pay attention here because there are United Kingdom cities in the United States, and you're going to wind up targeting the wrong people. For example, if I type in United Kingdom, you can see there are individual places. For example, the United Kingdom Ave, you don't want to target that. You want to target the entire country. So make sure that you're paying attention because this could have a huge impact on who sees your ads. So we're just going to leave that at United States for now. Then you want to change your age. Now think about it. If you're selling planners, who's going to be most likely to buy your planner? Someone that's 18 or maybe someone that's 35. Now, when you're just getting started with Facebook ads, you can target everybody, and then you can take a look at the demographics and see who's actually engaging with your ad, and then you can always come back and change this. Also, your gender is going to be important. If you are targeting maybe females, if you think that females are going to be best for the planners, the chore charts and things of that nature, that's who you should target. Again, you can leave this at all genders in the beginning and see who engages and buys the product. After genders, you want to click on detailed targeting, and this is where you are actually going to target people based on interest. As we mentioned up here, we can type in, let's say, planner. You could even target something like Etsy. Right now there's event planner, urban planner, wedding planner, financial planner. Those aren't necessarily going to be who we're looking for, and that's okay, but this is going to help give you some ideas. We could target, let's say, target Etsy. We know that people that shop on Etsy might be interested in buying planners. So we could target Etsy. And then the cool thing with Facebook ads, and the reason why I have all of these up here, is we're going to look at the suggestions. Facebook is going to suggest other people to target. We can scroll down, do it yourself. As you can see, we could look for maybe the DIY network. We can look for interior design, home renovation. Let's type in organization. So we typed in organization. These are all different businesses, so that might not be the best idea. What we can do is we can type in digital planner, and as you can see, there are potential opportunities here. What we can also do is we can target mothers or parents. So we'll type in parents, and when we type in parents, we can target all parents, or we can target parents between the ages of 9 and 12. When you think about your product, who does the product serve? If you are targeting or creating a planner, you probably are creating a planner for a busy parent that has a lot of sports activities. Maybe you want to incentivize their kids to clean. So maybe targeting between 9 and 12 is going to be a good opportunity. So we're just going to click on that. And again, you want to test this. There's no hard and fast rule. There's going to be no guarantees of what works until you test it. So we can click on suggestions again. And as you can see, there are even more opportunities. One really cool thing about Facebook is you can actually narrow your audience. Right now you see we're targeting 250 people. And what we could do is if we want to narrow that down a lot, we can actually click on narrow audience, and we want to maybe only target people that are parents and something else. So if we click on suggestions, it's going to say parents and personal organizer. People who have expressed an interest in or like pages related to personal organizers. So if we wanted to, we could only target people that are interested in Etsy, DIY, parents with preteens, and personal organizer. As you can see, that reduced it down to 71 million people. that could be the exact target that we're after. We can also go down to suggestions and target even more. Planning, organization, as we talked about a little bit, people who have expressed an interest in or like pages related to organization. Time management could be a very good one. Productivity. We can target people that are interested in these three things and get directly in front of our target audience if we are creating and selling personal planners. So if we just we'll do time management. And as you can see, 74 million people. Planning could be a good one, personal development. Now, what I want to do is I want to move on to the next step because we could be here all day. Right now, it's also set to reach people beyond our detailed targeting, so that Facebook's going to try and find the best people to sell this to. And then we're going to scroll down. You can select manual placements, but automatic placements is what we want right now. Just because Facebook, again, knows so much about their customers, they're going to go out and do all the work for us. So we're just going to click next. And then when we go to the next one, I'm going to call this ad number 1. Now, ideally, what you should do is you should have at least 3 or 4 ads within an ad set. And I'm going to show you how to quickly make multiple ads and ad sets in just a second here. So what we can do here is we want to scroll down and we want to add media. I'm going to add media, add an image, and then we can add any one of the images. You can upload them. As you can see, click on upload. For now, I just want to quickly grab one. Let's grab this one for now. So I'm going to click on this one, click next, and it's going to give some suggestions, and I'm going to click next, and I'm going to click done. All right, so this is the image that's going to show up when people are scrolling their Facebook feed. Now, ideally, you want to have something that's eye-catching, that's going to stop the scroll, because when people go on Facebook, they're just mindlessly scrolling and looking to talk to their friends or interact with their friends and family members. So you want to have something that's going to get them to stop and maybe even scroll up. The next step is to add a primary text, headline, and description. Now, what you can do, there's a ton of softwares out there that can do this for you, but you want to talk to a person. You want to talk to Jan. Give your avatar a name. Hey Jan, I know that you're struggling organizing and planning with Johnny's soccer and baseball and field hockey, but you need these organizers to plan your life. So we'll just say something like that. We'll say, hey, we'll call her Jan. I would just remove Jan later. Hey Jan. And we could say, you're struggling. All right, so what I said was, hey Jan, you're struggling to keep things in order with all of Johnny's soccer games, Ruth's tennis practices, and Phil's work meetings. It feels like you're running in circles. And then I put, I get it. I was there too. That's why I created Your Life in Planners. Now, obviously, you want to probably go into more depth, but this is a good idea, a good starting point. So what you can do is you can then add a headline. You could say, stop feeling overwhelmed. And then as you can see, it says stop feeling overwhelmed. If we scroll down here, we can add in our landing page, and my landing page is yourlifeinplanners.com, I believe. All right, so I'm going to copy and I'm going to paste that right there. And then if we scroll down here, you can see we have our tracking pixel, we have everything set up, and really this would be really good to go. We have everything that we need to get up and running. Now, what I recommend that you do at this point is I recommend that you go through and then you duplicate your ad. Duplicate it a few different times. So we've got 3 different ads here. Now, these 4 ads are for the top level ad set. And I'm gonna show you how to quickly duplicate the ad sets and why you should have ad sets that target individual interests instead of just all in one. So what we would want to do here is we'd want to go through and we'd want to change the image. We can even add a video if we wanted to. If we click on add media, add image, and then I'm just going to pick this one just to show you what that looks like. And you should give these names and identifiers so you know which one works. I'm just going to click next just to go through this. And for this one, I would call this, I'm going to call this brown table, just so that it's an easy identifier and I know which ads are working. I can go through and do the exact same thing a few more times, but what's more important is I want to go through and I want to create 3 ad sets. And the reason why I want to do that is so that I can target individual interests. And the reason why you want to target individual interests is so that you can see which one is working, and you can spend more money on what's working and less on what's not working. So what we're going to do here is I'm just going to scroll down to this, and I'm going to click on edit, and I'm going to delete DIY, and I'm going to delete Etsy. And then at the top here, I'm just going to type in parents again, so I know which one is working. If I go down to this one, I am going to scroll down, and I am going to delete parents, and I'm going to delete DIY, and then I'm going to go back up here, and I'm going to type in Etsy. And again, you want to do this so that you can see exactly which one is working and which ones aren't. And the ones that are working are the ones that you're going to put all of your money in, you're going to optimize, you're going to scale, and then you're going to turn off the ones that aren't working. And again, I can do the same thing with this one. If I scroll down, DIY is what we want to do. So I'm going to click on edit here. I'm going to delete this one, and then I'm going to scroll back up, and I'm going to do DIY. So if you look on the side here, it says parents, Etsy, DIY. And the reason why I did it this way is so that I'm not creating 4 times 4, I'm not creating 16 ads that are essentially going to say the same thing. This makes it much easier. You can get done much quicker, and then you can start running the ads. Once you're done with everything and you're satisfied with how it looks, you're simply just going to click publish, and then you're going to wait. What I recommend that you do is do not look at your Facebook ads for at least 3 days. The reason being, once approved, don't look at your Facebook ads for at least 3 days. The reason being is you are simply going to keep refreshing and refreshing and refreshing. You're going to drive yourself crazy because no one's buying every second. You've spent all of this time, energy, and effort putting together this great product, and nobody's buying it every second. You're going to get frustrated, and you're going to turn off the ad. I've done it a bunch of times, and I tell you that, and it was even very hard for me to just set it and walk away. After about 3 to 5 days, you're going to be able to see how the ad is performing. Again, Facebook is going to optimize so that the ads that are working the best get shown the most. So they're going to do a lot of the work for you. You just want to, after 3 to 5 days, turn off the ones that aren't performing at all because they are still spending money. Now, after 5 days, and if you haven't made any sales after 5 days, feel free to turn it off completely. But I recommend that you wait. And the other caveat to that, it depends on how much money you're spending. If you are only spending $5 per day, it's going to be difficult to expect a sale within the first 5 days. If you are spending $100 per day and you're not getting sales after 3 days, then shut it down. Ideally, you probably want to wait until you spend at least $100 total before making a decision on to keep it or kill it. But that is everything that you need to know to sell your digital product with Facebook ads. Now that you know how to sell your digital product with Facebook ads, click the first link in the description or go to the 10daybusinessblueprint.com to learn how to create and sell your first digital product step by step. When you go to that website, you will be able to download an ebook where you'll learn how to get started step by step. So go to the 10daybusinessblueprint.com. Watch these videos next for more tips and tricks to make money online. Also check out my website, alstongodbolt.com, for even more tips, tricks, and tactics to make money online. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and share this video with 5 of your friends.